Tonight, China's president vows to lower auto import tariffs, and Q responds to my post on 8chan. Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome to Just Informed Talk. First, I always start by thanking each and every one of my subscribers. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible. And if you have not hit the subscribe button yet, please come here to this landing page and click the big red subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified as soon as these videos get posted, because, as I always say, as soon as this information is made available to me, I make it available to you. So, incredible events happening tonight. Obviously, as you heard me say before, Q responded to one of my posts, so I've officially talked to Q, if you will. And it's good that he did, because it was something that I was very curious about, and he responded to me promptly and informed me on what is going on, and we'll get into that at the end of this post here, at the end of this video, I should say. But for now, let's get into what we know about Xi and the auto tariff being pulled back. Now, the first post from Q says, "Thank you, Xi. Good start. China, King cancel Q." Now, what is that referring to? Well, a while back, a couple days ago, Q posted this saying, "China, King Tuesday, Q." Now, why is that very relevant today? Well, today is Tuesday in China. And we have a report coming out from The Hill, and many other sources are already starting to report this, that the Chinese president has vowed to significantly lower auto import tariff amid trade dispute with the United States. And you can go through and read this article if you want, but he basically goes into the fact that it's a give and take. The back and forth is starting to work, and we have an actual verification from Xi now that he hears us, and he is going to lower that tariff that we know is unfair. I think we charge a 2% or 2.5% tariff on cars incoming, and they charge around a 25% tariff on cars that are sent to China. Now, obviously, that's incredibly unfair and one-sided, and it had to stop. And Q is going to let us know how it's going to stop. Now, Q responds to his own post here, and he says he wants us to look at this article, right? So, let's go ahead and read this article. What does it say? It's talking about China's embrace of foreign cars. Now, this is an article from about 4 years ago, and almost to the day, and it's talking about how the Chinese consumer has made, first there's this threat, right? North America has always seen China as a threat, just as Japan came in and kind of knocked down our automotive industry, and then from there we had a lot of other companies come in, and you see it in South Korea, you see it all across the globe, where other countries come in and kind of undercut American manufacturing. And we've had some big problems with China and IP theft, especially. And in this certain situation, this article actually talks about how the Chinese consumer is actually more likely to trust cars made from another country, specifically cars made in the United States. Now, the report has a lot of information in here talking about the numbers and the disparaging numbers between cars that come in, cars that go out. And you guys can come give this a read if you want. Just search New York Times China embrace of foreign cars, and you should be able to pull this up fairly easily. But the article basically outlines that the Chinese consumer, as they develop a bigger middle class that is more able to afford these things, sees U.S. design and U.S. safety ratings as a plus, and they actually would like to buy our cars. Now, we've made it pretty much impossible over the last, well, we haven't, but the Chinese have made it pretty much impossible for their own people to buy American cars over the past however many years, because of the tariffs that have existed over the years that have kept American cars out of the Chinese country, Chinese Republic. Or Chinese communist state, whatever you want to call them. And it talks here about Ford's joint venture and how Ford's seen success in China, and they produce a lot of vehicles. But it's really, really impressive to see what Q actually is outlining here. He's saying that this was what was the China thing, and this is just another proof of Q that we can look to and say, hey, if you're trying to convince your friends that this Q thing is real, I mean, let me ask you this: how many people would have been able to predict that? There's an article here that he mentions from Chongqing, China, where they're obviously making Ford vehicles, or were back in 2014. And he says here, China, Chongqing, Tuesday, Q. And we have this story released today, Tuesday, Tuesday in China, talking about how Xi has finally vowed to significantly lower the auto import tariff. Okay, so this is just another proof of Q, and I have to report this to you, but let's keep going here. Now, Q points us to this post here. He wants us to basically read through what is going on here, and it says, first word in the article, and this is an AN0N posting, is Chongqing, right? So that's obvious. Then it says, for more than a decade, automakers have been talking about starting large-scale exports to North America and Europe, prompting periodic worries in the West that companies like General Motors, Ford, Volkswagen might be crippled, and that's the article, what the article actually says. So he's pointing it out to us that, hey, Chongqing is the connection here. We've made the connection. This is what was expected. This is the proof of Q. If you guys want something that you can tangibly say, here's a proof of Q. He gave us this before, and now it's directly on the day that he stated. There you go. And he has to give us little things. He can't give us the big things direct, but he can give us the little things, and that certainly goes a long way. Now, here is my post. It kind of incredible. Gave me goosebumps at the time to just get a kind of one-on-one with Q here, and it's really great, and I'm very happy about it. Q, I actually posted this because I found this picture on the 8chan boards. I'd never seen it before, and I wanted to get Q's take on what this picture was referencing. And Q just responds simply, fake Q. So thank you so much, Q, for responding to my post, and God bless you. And know that you have almost 50,000 people here on this channel alone who are diligently following you and diligently following your posts and making sense out of each and every one of them for the common good of our country. And we want to wish you the best and just so many blessings that I can't even express it in words other than to say it has been an incredible evening here to just have Q respond to what I've been putting up. Now, I put up a few posts there, and I was just trying to get an insight to see if Q had anything to say, and of course the last post he responds to is mine. So go figure. I hope he watches this channel. I'm sure that he has a lot, or they have a lot of things to do, so we can go ahead and just say thank you for that response and letting us know that this is a fake photo and that it is something that should be disregarded as untrue and false. And it's a part of, probably in my opinion, what they're trying to do to these boards. This is a pretty good Photoshop job. Let's be honest. It's not terrible. I kind of looked at it with a little bit of skepticism at first. That's why I wanted to ask Q, and thankfully he responded. But obviously a good Photoshop artist, and if it's anything related to the CIA or whoever, they are here. They're on these boards. They're monitoring them. They're sowing seeds of disinformation. They're doing everything they can to keep us off of the truth and off of message. So I have to say, good job and thank you, Q. And we all, from this channel here, all 50,000 subscribers and all 4+ million views of people that have come here and checked it out so far, we say thank you, Q. God bless you and Godspeed. Keep up the great work. We can't wait to read and hear about your next post. So that's going to be pretty much the whole rundown here. And if you guys want kind of verification of that, here's my post on the 8chan board. And then you can see when he responds to me, it says you. And it only says you if they're responding to you, right? And he responds to my post right here saying that it was fake. So I'm incredibly thankful for him verifying that. That'll save me a lot of time and research effort, but it's just an incredible thing to be a part of this even further. Although at this point our channel here is completely involved 100%, and it's good to know that we have confirmation that there is fakes going into that 8chan board, and that there is misinformation, disinformation being spread there. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this real quick again. So you have Trump venting in his he had a meeting to discuss Syria, and he actually started venting on the fact that Sessions should have told him before he recused himself, so he could have found someone else, and that Special Counsel Mueller is considering firing him. And obviously, it's just one of those things where I was really upset in the last video, and I'm still upset. And let me explain why I'm upset. Because now it's being suggested by certain sources that that Trump, or no, Sessions, I should say, has appointed this Huber guy out of Utah for a not so good reason. And Q talks about this in the post before, where he goes over, the announcement of Huber being brought in. So is he going to arrest other people, or is he looking at pulling indictments on actors inside the government that are good actors? That's still yet to be determined. That was one of my questions to Q that I unfortunately did not get answered. But I'll tell you this, that there is so much going on here in this world today that we have to stay frosty and stay vigilant at all times when it comes to dealing with this kind of stuff, because I'm not going to speculate yet on what Trump is getting at with his assertions here, because they kind of speak for themselves. So hopefully you guys can go watch his remarks and figure out something new to share here in the comment boards. But again, I can almost guarantee you now that we are definitely involved in this 100%. So, or actually, I can guarantee you that now, is that we are in this 100% now, and it's going to be incredible the coming days, weeks, months, what's going to happen here with Trump. But we all need to support him. We all need to pray for him, and that's got to be a priority. So, getting into a couple of things I wanted to go over just really quickly about things I may have missed in previous posts that you guys have so diligently brought to my attention. A lot of people keep commenting that they don't have Facebook. Well, it doesn't matter. You're going to be tracked anyway. A lot of people are referring to the GZ that he references in his post right here. That means ground zero. So obviously, Trump's holding out until he gets confirmation of what happened there. But ground zero of the attack has been basically locked out for pretty much anybody. And the strike that Israel just put down on their country has really made things even more complicated because it's almost impossible to get verification when you're in an active war zone. To conduct an investigation is kind of a hard thing. So, we're going to hear from Trump in the next 24 hours or so about what the action is going to be in Syria. Most likely we're going to hear it post-decision. So whatever happens, we're going to see it on TV first, and then we will receive confirmation from POTUS regarding what happens in Syria. But whatever happens in that conflict, we have to understand this, and this is just my belief, my opinion, that we are in a war that is beneath the surface. It's subcutaneous almost, if you will. That's the analogy I'll use. It's beneath the surface, and it's not being presented to us evenly and fairly by the media. So we have to rely on outside independent sources for a fair insight. And not even the independent ones. There's some great people out there making great content. Even on Fox News, you have people like Hannity who's fighting every night, and you have people like Tucker who's fighting every night. And you have people like Q here, the Q group, the Q collective. They are the true embodiment of patriots who are fighting every day for this country. And I am so thankful to be a part of that. So thank you, Q, again, for responding to my post on 8chan. And that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. So, incredible night. My first interaction with Q, and it was very positive and positive result. So that's very good. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Who knows? Q may be coming by here and checking our comments because, like I say, we have our own QAnon research board at the end of each one of these videos where we collectively decipher the Q posts and we make intelligent guesses as to what they mean, and then we ultimately seek confirmation through the news and other venues of confirmation. So that's incredible. So if you're looking for a way to support the channel, you want to get involved in this, which I hope you all really want to get involved, because it's really an incredible time to get involved here. Come here to this landing page. If you have not already, click the subscribe button. Please click the subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified as soon as these videos get posted. Thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. It's incredible. I hope you guys don't mind. I am still a little under the weather, so my voice might go and I'm a little bit congested, but I'm here working through it because it's our patriotic duty and it's our duty to God first and foremost to fight evil, and that's what Q is doing, so we've joined in on that. So like I said before, the second best way, which is my favorite way really that you can help out the channel, is to go down and comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about what I said, what you think about what Q said. If you have new thoughts, theories, explanations, if you want to contribute, you think I'm right, you think I'm wrong, you want to give good verses from the Bible or just good words of encouragement to the board in general, the comment thread, do it. And please get involved down there, because that's going to make a big difference always for us. And I want to thank each and every one of you who does that. And even if you can't comment, go down there and read through the comments. I pretty much guarantee every time that you'll learn something you did not previously know about what's going on with the Q phenomena. So please go down and do that. Now, I always ask at the end of the episode, really the best way you can help me out is to come here to Patreon and please click, you come to patreon.com, it's patreon.com, you search Just Informed Talk right here, click the Become a Patron button, and you can contribute whatever you want. Now, I'm telling you right now, as far as I can tell, there's still a couple of these shirts left. If you want to get the first time limited edition official Just Informed Talk is Trump QAnon t-shirt, please come here and make a donation, and if you are one of the first 10, you will receive a t-shirt. Now that would be awesome, and we're going to look forward to hearing and seeing all of you here. Come check out my rewards and my goal. We're doing well, but we need all the help we can get. Please come here and support the channel. It makes a huge difference. Now, my favorite part of the episodes, truly, we're going to just talk about God for a second, which is obviously the most important thing. And we're going to talk about an important story, right? And it covers what we are talking about here, but it's 1 Peter 3, chapter 3, verse 7. And we're going to read really quickly through it. I think it's so important to understand now. It says, now the end of all things is near. Therefore, be clear-headed and disciplined for prayer. Above all, keep your love for one another at full strength, since love covers a multitude of sins. Be hospitable to one another without complaining. Based on the gift they have received, everyone should use it to serve others, as good managers of the varied grace of God. If anyone speaks, his speech should be like the oracles of God. If anyone serves, his service should be from the strength of God, provides so that in everything God may be glorified through Jesus Christ. To him belong the glory and the power forever and ever. Amen. And why did I just mention that? Well, it really just stood out to me that there's always going to be the detractors. There's always going to be negativity. There's always going to be reasons for us to decide to not stay clear-headed and disciplined for our prayer and praying to God, which I talk about a lot. If you don't open your heart to God on a daily basis, multiple times a day, whenever you're happy or sad or feeling indifferent or just whatever it may be, or you need advice or you need help or you need to be cleansed and blessed, you have to embrace that prayer. And God does provide for us. So if we reach out to him and we ask him for his guidance, for his wisdom, for his strength, and we are true of heart and we believe it and we want it and we need it, and he recognizes that in us, he'll provide the path for which we will gain that. And isn't that what life is all about, truly? That we have to take the time to understand that God has to be glorified through Jesus Christ and his sacrifice for us. The minute we forget that, we really, really end up suffering unnecessarily in most cases. So I really hope that if you're out there and you're having a tough time, just remember those words, that love covers a multitude of sins. No matter what we have in our hearts for our enemies, the ones who are evil, God does say there's a time for war and there's a time for peace. But in our day-to-day lives, and as we analyze this information, as we work together to create a better future for one another, we must embrace love and we must embrace God's grace, because that will be the ultimate factor that saves us all. So don't forget that. If you don't take anything away from this episode, other than that, I won't mind. I hope you guys learn to open your hearts to prayer if you haven't already, and open your heart to God through prayer, and bring the light of God into your heart so you can become the light that will shine to the world and bring many blessings to you and your household. So I really pray that for you guys. But that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because obviously I'm a little under the weather, but I'm sticking with it and still reporting. No matter what, rain, sleet, or snow, or sickness, I'll be here reporting to you guys. So thank you again for watching. And if Q's watching, thank you and God bless you, sir. God bless you all. You guys really are helping make this country what we want it to be, which is a bastion, a city on the hill, an amazing place to be, which it already is in my opinion. So thank you so much to everybody who's watched. Thank you to all my subscribers. Again, if you haven't yet, please come here. If you have not hit the subscribe button, please click the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications if you want to be notified when these videos get posted. But that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to stay up and kind of monitor the boards a little bit more, but I would love to go over everything in the comments, so I will probably be in the comment section of this video. If you guys want to have a chat with me, go straight over there and we can talk, and that'll be cool. So thank you so much. That's going to be it. I'm Craig. This is Just Informed Talk. Godspeed, and God bless you, Patriots.